Howdy everybody, hope y'all are enjoying your day. Alright, I'm doing a video today of this military trailer that I have. This is a utility trailer. Just going to do a quick walk around of it and explain a few brief things. I was fortunate enough to get this with pretty much everything. It's got the tarp, the bows, the sides. Everything's in really good condition. It's a pintle connection. First off, right here on this pintle, you can flip this pintle around so that it spins the other direction, and it'll lower it so that you have quite a bit more clearance. You don't have to have as large of a riser whenever you go to tow it, because it sits quite a bit higher than the standard hitch. So to do that, the easiest way to do this is you'll pull this pin out. Couple of ways to do that. Mine, I'm not able to get a grip on it at all, so I have to drill it out. That's going to be the best option for me, because it's extremely difficult to put a wrench on or a set of pliers on underneath here and pull it out. If the cotter pin on the bottom has a hole that's big enough that you can put a wire through, then you can wrap a wire through it and then drop the wire down through this hole and wrap it around a pipe and pry it out that way. But for me, I gotta drill this one out, and then once that's drilled, this is an 1.5 inch nut on here, castle nut. You can go to Walmart and buy the wrench in the trailer section for like $7 or $8, so you can loosen that. And then what you do is you get another piece of metal, and you put it right here between this piece of metal right here that holds the jack and the end of this bolt right here. And when you loosen this nut and you start to back it off, it'll hit the extra piece of metal that's in there, and it'll force the front of this pintle forward and put pressure on it. So once you turn it and you put pressure against this, then you'll hit this with the good hammer a few times and it'll loosen right up. It's the easiest way to do it. Another thing that you can do is hit right here on the front of it, that direction, because these will oftentimes rust weld themselves on. But those are the simplest ways to do it. So I just wanted to share that with you. This trailer does come with a good sized jack right there. It's too tall for my vehicle with the Linnet, however you pronounce it. With that, the way that it is right now, without it flipped around, I'm hoping that once I flip it around, that I'll be able to use this jack right there. What I do to raise it up off the truck, since that is too high, is I get two jacks. I have a bottleneck jack, and then I've got a regular floor jack. And I'll put the floor jack under there and then the bottleneck jack on top of it, and raise the neck on my bottleneck jack up as high as I can first before I start using that. And then what I'll do is I'll raise the floor jack up with the bottleneck and raise that up as high as it'll go, and then I jack up the bottleneck jack. And that's super easy to do. But once I flip that around, I should be good to use this jack. So find out once I do that. Here's the tags on these trailers so that you can, my camera will focus, see the dimensions and stuff on there, weight, all that kind of stuff, the specs. It is equipped with air-over hydraulic brakes. You can convert this to a hydraulic electric brake system. I don't know if I'm going to worry about that or not. It is kind of a heavy trailer, but really it's not that bad empty. Once you load it up, it's going to be, you know, pretty heavy. They weigh about 2,700 pounds, pretty close to that. But really it's not that bad. I pull it with my S10, so. These are hand brakes. There's one for each wheel. They're they're applied right now, and it's really nice because then you don't have to use chocks whenever you take this trailer off of the truck. Show you this other data plate right here. You can pause the video to take a better look at that. Show you the underside. Dual sets of leaf springs, as you can see there. And you can see all the brake units. Right there. So that's an underside look at the trailer. All right. We'll do a side view. So I'm shaky. I don't have stabilizer on this camera either, so it makes it even worse. I'll have to stabilize it with just the YouTube option. Alright, now we're around to the rear. And I have the rear curtain rolled up. I roll it underneath the way that I do, like that. Instead of around the front, up like that, I roll it underneath. That way if it rains, it doesn't catch water. These have a tailgate on them that you can lower down. As you can see. Here's the hook to unhook it. I have magnetic brake lights on here right now because these are 24-volt military lighting. I'll leave the military lights on there, that way if I ever have a military truck to pull it with, I can still utilize that. And then I'll also have the option for civilian lights. So, into the cargo area. Has all the fiberglass sides on it. We have our bows, and then the tarp. Okay. Pretty dang good condition. It's kind of like a bed liner material that they use on the beds of these. But I've got one teeny little hole in this tarp. Darn it. I'll have to patch that, but just a small little guy. It's pretty good, considering. But, well guys, one other thing, you might want to know the size of tire that this takes. This is a 9.00 by 20 inch tire. These tires do take tubes, so they will take a beating, I'll tell you what. I just made a 700-mile trip with this trailer. These tires are weathered, so you can see cracked, but it's really not a big deal. I think they're over a 30-ply tire. So then I think that you can air these up to 65 psi, if I remember right. But don't know if I'm able to get that in the video. Let's see if it lets me. Dang it, I hope it doesn't turn the video on me. Max load. Okay. There we go. Oh, there you go, guys. The camera will focus. That's a quick walk around of this military trailer. Hope that you enjoyed the video. If you got any other questions that I didn't answer for you, feel free to ask. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.